What's happening
this week
in sports cards?
This week in sports cards. Oh, this week in sports cards. Oh, this week in sports cards. Oh, this week in sports cards.
Welcome into This Week in Sports Cards. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, the King of Pennants.
And guys, these weekly videos, we come and try to give some topical stories happening in the sports card world, maybe a little bit of the non-sports card world.
Yeah.
A lot happened this week, Andy. A lot of drama, a lot of interesting sales.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
And the Philly show's happening currently as we're speaking. I was there earlier today. In my opinion, the second best show in the country. I mean, I have only been to the East Coast shows and the National, so I'd never been to the Dallas show or some of the shows in California. They're probably pretty good as well.
It's big. It's very big for. I mean, like the location's kind of weird. It's like not downtown Philly or anything like that, but it's quite big and well attended by all of your celebrity card collectors and card sellers. They're typically all there, so.
I mean, you can't have a show like that in Philly. It's the convention center is too expensive, and the unions are going to hamper that. And but even the National's not in Chicago, right? A lot of those big shows are like outside the city, where it's like I think it's more doable for a convention like that.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that show dwarfs. I know the Chantilly show is no more, but the Philly show dwarfs the Chantilly show. When I've been there, I was a little underwhelmed by Chantilly as compared to Philly. And Philly's growing. It's even bigger this year than it was last go around.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was looking forward to going to it. I think it kind of didn't really have the need as much anymore when I ended up selling the card that I would have taken there to sell. Just because I think that would have been a perfect place to go if I wanted to, the people have the bankrolls there to buy some hefty cards. So, and they're always on the lookout. So,
yep. So speaking of hefty cards, or maybe a card that the seller wasn't as hefty as he thought it was. Let me pull up some of the drama. Let me pull this to stage here. We'll watch this and react to this. This is sweeping YouTube right here. This whatnot crash out. All right, so here's the video, Andy. So pretty wild crash out. As I said, this guy was a pretty prestigious seller, tons and tons of followers, and again, I think you expect better from that kind of whatnot seller. But let's see the interaction here with his customers.
$100, guys. $700. No shot, bro. Literally 2, 1. I'm never gonna sell him whatnot.
You heard him, whatnot. He's done.
Never gonna sell him.
Can't handle selling a price for what it's actually worth, so he beats the crap out of the card. Guy calls him out in the chat, and
it's a plate, bro. Relax.
It's an effing plate, bro.
Yeah, I know. I saw this and messaged you about it. I mean, I know you already knew about it, but as soon as I saw this, like, oh boy, this is gotta be. I mean, those guys just drive me nuts. I mean, especially, like when you're losing your mind. And I guess I don't know that card very well. Maybe they do sell more for more. Who knows?
No, apparently raw. That's like the price. That's the going rate.
Yeah,
I think, and he was quoting like PSA 10 grade prices when his card was sitting there in a mag case.
Yeah,
right. So, and that's one thing to be upset about the selling price. You can't do that first. If you're gonna auction it off, that's the risk as an auctioneer. You're not really an auctioneer, but you're playing the role of an auctioneer through whatnot's app, and you're assuming that risk. If you want to run all buy it nows, you just let that stuff sit there and nobody will buy it for your inflated price.
Exactly.
But that's one thing, right? To get upset about it.
Yeah.
But secondly, throw everything off the table and spike the card on the table.
Yeah.
And when the guy's you just spiked my $700 card.
Yeah.
Come down, bro.
That's insane. Yeah, I know.
Ridiculous.
I saw it just gives whatnot, and some of the sellers on there are worse and worse name. Like it's maybe that's the thing. Like they want to be the guy that crashes out now, and that brings more people in. I don't know. Because it certainly doesn't like a lot of those people doesn't affect them all that much. It's not like they're losing their people. I bet his stream's probably bigger a couple days after that.
Oh, me, you, and hundreds of thousands of other people never heard of this schmo.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm sure people do if they're, but I never did.
Right.
But now we do, and we'll probably forget by tomorrow, maybe even sooner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure maybe that is a goal to create a star, and yeah, that's
maybe
a
drama
really poor way
too,
to do it.
Yeah, I agreed.
But I agree. I think Whatnot at some point they won't, but at some point they have to take a stand against that kind of stuff. Other than, I mean, they suspend people over there.
Yeah.
But they got to, like, there's some marketplaces and whatnot. Like I do a lot of vintage clothing, and the vintage clothing is a little bit more of a community over there.
Yeah.
The card market, it's just every man for himself, and it's just the Wild
very
West.
very Wild West, and like very like I mean, there's just a lot of big sellers out there that don't really that don't have any care about their people, I think so.
And
But
where you
yeah.
get the cares, the lower dollar sellers like Kerry Merkin Arbitrage Cars and Tim Over the Year Sports, they
Sure.
sell like low starts. That's a kind of like friendly atmosphere, not this kind of high
I don't know.
high pressure situations where
Maybe some people like that, but yeah, it's not for me. And
No.
I mean, I would never want to be guilted into buying a card that just because it doesn't, like you're not selling it for the price that you want. Like it's my money.
No.
It's not like it's not like it's a $800 card and you're buying for $5, right? Like you're spending $700. It's still a lot of money.
It's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I saw it as soon as I saw it, I knew that we had to talk about it though.
Yeah. And there was, I guess he posted a comment somewhere. I didn't see that yet. Maybe we'll cover that next week.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's worth covering.
Right.
I'm sure it probably isn't. I'm assuming that guy, based on his reaction, I don't know if he can put a couple words together to put out a statement that's that worth reading on our part.
Yeah.
So, Andy, another little drama, not that kind of crash out drama, but did you see it's all over the place, all over YouTube and elsewhere, the Teapot, who's a member of Card HQ, that whole YouTuberverse, and the test he did with the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card?
I didn't see that.
So over the course, I think of like a year, he sent a Ken Griffey Jr. card to Beckett, PSA, Tag.
89 Upper Deck you're talking about?
Yeah, 89 Upper Deck. Yeah, it was PSA, BGS, Tag, SGC, and Arena Club.
Okay.
The places he sent it to. And he kept cracking it, sending it back, and sending it to this place and that place. And the variability in the grading was just insane.
I bet.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got I'll read off the grades. We got a 9.5 from Beckett.
Okay.
And an 8 from PSA, Authentic from SGC, Arena Club 8.5, Tag, they didn't hold it. They said it was oversized. Somebody said it was trimmed. That might have been the Authentic. They said it was trimmed.
That's crazy.
9 and 8. So I don't know how a card could be oversized and trimmed,
right?
Especially from Tag when they're doing it all like computer software doing it. So
that's funny.
I mean, that's preposterous, right? There's that kind, which that's going to be the case when it's human eyes and human error, and people trying to speed through these cards since they're overwhelmed with the amount of orders they have.
Yeah,
I think the only option and the only thing, the answer that the hobby has to do is to, I think, make it all computerized across the board, whether it's AI driven.
Yeah,
I mean, it shouldn't be a person judging it. It should be systematic and technological.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense to do that, and I would argue that it would probably shrink the turnaround time by about tenfold. I mean, you could literally just have cards go through very quickly. I mean, you could have them done in seconds, and with a much stricter eye. I think the only problem, I guess, is maybe like kind of the eye, right, of what is actually being seen and how it's actually being. But I don't know. I'm sure there's technology for it.
Oh,
Really
it's
do.
I mean, a major company. They can get the proper technology
Yeah.
to do it. I think my thought, the reason they wouldn't do that, at least for PSA, and I'm sure all grading companies are similar, but there's, and this is would be if there was a document leak here, this would be interesting. But when they're getting an upcharge for PSA 10, so if you send your
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley downtown off and you
Sure.
get that upcharge, you know, if it's all computerized, there might be a lot less 10s coming out. PSA is making a lot less money on the upcharging.
Could be.
In their eyes, some of those internal documents, is there a quota that those
Yeah.
people have to get to? Let's give out 10 10s an hour over here so we can get that upcharge money for PSA.
Right.
I mean, that when it's all AI driven, they might cost them some money. And if that's the case, that's a pretty poor business.
It is, but also, I mean, it's bad to say this, but you do have less employees too, though. So like you're not paying hundreds of people to go through each,
That's true.
those cards too. So
Yeah.
who knows? I don't know what the payoff is. I'm sure there's a break-even point, and that makes sense for them. And as the technology, gets further and further along, I'm sure it'll be cheaper and cheaper for whatever they're going to do. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anything's cheaper and cheaper.
no, I'm saying the technology to do that.
Oh, on their end. Yeah. Not
they're
not
gonna build this as they're gonna upcharge it now, saying now the most a high tech grading feature in the country, and then it'd be like $50 a grade. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, nothing's ever going down in price.
I wonder if that does come to the case, and you in your crystal ball are seeing less 10s. Maybe that's maybe that 9 goes up in value and the 10 just goes through the roof on some of these cards, because or it's going to be like a cutoff where there's like now they may have like a new AI grade or something like that, and that's the new 10. Like if you get a 10 AI, like maybe you know what I'm saying, like almost a designation of that, then that's like the new 11. It's like,
and to be honest, if you get down to that point, if it's all AI driven, you can probably get 9.1, 9.6, maybe there's a wider range, and that would be more interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
now how impossible would it be to sell? Well, this is a 9.123. This is a 9.111.
Yeah.
What's the upgrade?
Upcharge where you just upgrading your collection. There's always a point, a decimal point you can improve upon.
Exactly. You never know. It'll be, I think you're probably right. In the future, that's going to be where it's going. It makes sense to do that. And probably in the long run, it'll be cheaper for them. And more, more for us. But
yeah. So I think that was definitely an interesting test that guy ran there. And I'm sure that wasn't a cheap test. But yeah, there you have it. So let's get off of the drama onto the positive things and some sales, Andy, right? You have a sale over there?
I do. I know you're a big art fan, right? Or kind of, you dabble in the art world a little bit. And I know you're not a huge fan of I would say non-sports cards. Like you don't do a lot of collecting of them and stuff like that.
No, I sell some, but I don't necessarily collect them. Correct.
This one you might want to add to your collection. So the I'm intriguing you, right?
Yeah.
The most expensive SpongeBob SquarePants sold this past week. Do you want to take a guess on what the price was?
Is it from the current the current release?
I believe so. Yes.
I mean,
it's obviously a 1 of 1, right? That's what it is.
Can I know the card? That might help me.
It is. I will say it is a.
Is it a sketch card? Signed sketch?
I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it is a Squidward.
Okay.
If that helps you, you're guessing at all.
But is it a signed?
It's not signed. No, it's not signed.
Huh. I think I need to know the card to guess a price, Andy. I mean, could you tell me anything?
Okay. It is a 2025 Chrome SpongeBob Giwa Namath. So maybe this is like a oh, you know what? Giwa Namath, I think, does a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, he does a lot of
Voiceover guy?
Pokemon stuff.
Okay.
So this is a 2025 Chrome SpongeBob Gemmin 10 Giwa Namath Squidward's Gallery Super 1 of 1. That's
Okay,
There
so
you
it's
go.
not an auto or okay. I'll go $24,000.
I mean, it's not a bad guess, but you're not even close. It's half of that, or it's over half. I'm sorry, it's double that. $50,000.
Wow. Oh, it's the Scream.
Yeah, it's the
Oh, I do like it. I do
Edvard
like it.
Edvard Munch.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
I am trying to zoom in a little more. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, keep going. Bring us right to the Scream. Is
There
it
you go.
Edward Munch? Yeah, that's
Monk
pretty
is
cool.
his name, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, sorry, it's a little bit off the screen there, but yeah, pretty cool though. I thought it was put up on Topps. I think they posted on Facebook and a couple other places too. They said, here you go. The highest sale ever for a SpongeBob trading card just happened. One of one Squidward's Gallery Superfractor from the 2025 Chrome SpongeBob. There you go.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Edward Munch. But
It's not.
you think it's Monk?
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments who's right.
Well, that's why I looked it up beforehand to see how it was pronounced.
I mean, all right. Well, I've seen it pronounced Monk or Munch,
I don't know,
but maybe those people were wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
famous
cool card.
Norwegian artist though that did the Scream, as you said. So
yeah, I wonder if they did other artists in this series.
I think obviously there's a lot that went into that. If I'm not mistaken, that artist does has a big following in Pokemon too, like I said. So I think he kind of it's a one of one, obviously, and kind of very cool looking card. So
yeah, very cool. All right, yeah, I like it. I'm not gonna be buying it, but
but if you had to, right? You're a Squidward fan, right? Are you Squidward, or what's your
nah, I mean he's all right.
Huh?
He's like he's the neighbor in Dennis the Menace. That's who he is. Mr.
Oh, okay.
Wilson. That's like
I feel like Squidward's got like a big following. I feel like he's almost got more of a following than SpongeBob, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, probably the Starfish. Patrick the Starfish is
Patrick, true. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if there's a Patrick Edvard Munch.
I don't know. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's interesting. That's the highest priced SpongeBob card ever so far.
So far.
All right, let me show you mine. So, Andy, it's sort of topical to what your card was last week. Last week you talked about the Shields family Wagner sold.
Mm-hmm.
That was a PSA 1. I think it was like 5.1 million or something
to
that effect. Let me pull this up. Too many tabs open here. All right. So this card sold very recently. Another Wagner. This one actually has an interesting story. So this was owned at one point by Joe Garagiola.
Interesting. Okay.
Former player.
Weatherman, right? Or something? Was he a weatherman or no, he was like he
was a broadcaster. Yeah, but he did have a good Major League Baseball career. I think he actually traded. He got this card, I believe, in the 70s or 80s, and he traded for it. He traded his 1954 New York Giants game-worn uniform, and I think I could be wrong on this, but I think a 1933 Gaudi set.
Okay.
So that's like some good value on the trade, but I think he definitely won the trade. I think a couple of Ruths, I'm sure, changed hands with that trade, but so that he acquired, and he brought a lot of publicity to the hobby by showing this card at shows and events. He passed away in 2016. The family sold it in 2021, I think, for $2.1 million in 2021. Okay. And then that same card again sold, I think last week, for 3.6 million. So 5 years, pretty nice turnaround for that purchaser to make a mill in 5 years. What after the I don't know what he's going to make after the premium and such, if there is a premium.
Right, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Taxes
But
and such.
yeah, but yeah, and that's an authentic grade. I think the one we talked about last week was a grade 1.
Yep.
But this is I zoomed in on the whole screen here. Get me out of there.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
looking card though. I mean, I guess because it's trimmed, is that the problem with it? That seems to be, because I mean it looks pretty good other than,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it is trimmed or not. I mean, there's like maybe the rough edge on the one side.
is that is there a white border on that then? Okay. It's like, it's a little hard to tell where the card is versus that white part around the outside is not the card, right?
No, that's in the SGC slab.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking, that was part of the card. But yeah, I see now. Like, I can see how it would be authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's good coloring and stuff. I feel
that's a great looking card. Yeah. So this got me thinking. I wanted to talk about like some of the big, the famous Wagners that have sold. I think there's like 4, including this one.
Yeah.
That have like a name associated with them, right? So obviously the Joe Garagiola Wagner now enters into that lexicon of Wagners.
Yeah.
I think the most famous one, which we talked about last week as well, is the Wayne Gretzky, Bruce McNall Gretzky, or Honus Wagner PSA 8. This is one we were talking about last week that has a lot of controversy around it, that it's probably trimmed from a sheet. And that's why it's a grade 8. It's immaculate, or pretty darn close for a 1911 card. This card, I think this was all the news when we were growing up. 1991, Gretzky bought that card, I think for $291,000, if I recall correctly, which was astronomical at that time. But that's definitely, times have changed a lot since then. So the Gretzky Wagner. Then we have this Wagner here. This one is, I don't think it's associated with a person, but they call this one a Jumbo Wagner. So it's a grade 5. It's oversized border, especially that bottom border.
Interesting.
So they call that the Jumbo Wagner. Pretty strong grade though.
5 miscut though, I guess is what they say, right?
Yeah. You can almost see the bottom. There's a little, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's a Jumbo. Then this one right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So this one, ChatGPT failed me on this one because they said there was 5 Wagners, and they actually counted this one twice.
Oh,
so
okay.
This Wagner was owned by a celebrity.
Is this like the pinhole Wagner or something?
No, maybe a pinhead. Charlie Sheen Wagner.
Oh wow, okay.
This is Charlie Sheen's Wagner, and he had this on display at an all-star cafe at the restaurant for a long time.
Interesting.
So this is the Charlie. I think it was stolen at one point. He got it back and it was auctioned off. So you got the Sheen, the Gretzky, the Jumbo, and the Gragiola there in the famous Wagner group.
And now the Shields as well now. So I guess that's
the Shields, yeah.
So there's very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there's it's funny to have I mean, it's a little bit like that with cars too, right? Like, because there's some people there's like 4 of this specific type of Lamborghini known in the world or something like that, and they all have like kind of names for them because whoever, like if somebody owns them or where they're from or something like that. So it's crazy that you got a nice card when it when it's labeled after you. And Keith and I think we had maybe talked about this last week, that we both want a card named after us at some point.
Yeah.
So
Well, I got one. This is the Vintage Sport Flips E122 Sisler.
there you go. Now it only needs to sell for $5 million, and you're good.
Yeah. Speaking of that kind of story, Andy, where you have like a provenance to a piece. Have you seen the new show with Mike Wolf, who's American Pickers fame? But it's very similar to what you just described, where he's like, I only saw one episode. Maybe there's only one episode out, but they'll like take you through like 5 items that were like the one was the Steve McQueen Bullet Mustang.
Yep.
That he was driving in Bullet. Then that that card got passed down to like somebody working on the set, and then it got sold to a dude who just used it as his daily driver. And McQueen tried relentlessly to buy it back from that guy. That guy refused to sell it to him, and eventually it just rusted away in his garage until his family sold it like 50 years later.
That's horrible.
So yeah, but that's pretty interesting. A lot they covered a lot of things like that where it's like a provenance to a piece like that. It's a pretty cool
That's
show.
cool. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I love a good story to a piece for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Vintage Sport Flip Sisler.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I got that, so the story's not that great.
It starts and ends with you, basically.
Yeah. So, Andy, what's in the drop world going on?
Yeah, so it's not a huge week. I think there's one or two things that people will probably be interested in. So, starting off the 11th, this is probably the biggest like interest drop I would think of this coming week. That's 2025 Bowman's Best. That's going to be coming out on the 11th, which I think is that's 5 days from now. So what's like Tuesday or Wednesday. That is, I haven't seen an exact price yet. I want to say it's probably in the $450 to $500 range. 4 autos out of it though. So it's pretty good bang for your buck. It's almost, I'm thinking most of the time, and these things that when it works out to being about $125 per auto. A lot of times, like your hobby box that you pulled their auto out of was 125. Mine guaranteed was a little more than that, but when you go to average, that's about what it is, I think. So
yeah.
So I think if you're around that lower $100 per auto, and they're like decent autos, obviously too, then you're in good shape. And this has a pretty short print. I think it's 100 cards, so should be relatively good with hits and whatnot. Sometimes when you have like 500 cards or something, like you're just not going to get anything good, or the chances are much lower. You also have Panini Prism Black Football, which I'm not super sure about that. That's farther off in the I guess that's the week after, the same week, 2025 Topps Chrome Basketball All-American. That's another one that I think pre-sold earlier or last month.
Is that like college or high school kids?
Yeah, I think it's high school. I forget how many autos are in this one, but it's pretty good, I guess. I'm not, it's too early in their career for me. I know high school, I guess, is probably a little easier to predict in basketball than other places, but so those are the two big ones. There's also a Disney that's coming out, I want to say next week as well. It is called Disney Neon is what it's called. Not something I'll probably be buying, but if you're a non-sports fan, that's always good. The following week also, you have Topps Heritage coming out as well. So I know we both got a hobby box that will be probably shipped sometime late next week. So
yeah,
that's about it though. That's all I've seen, at least on the cards. Who knows? Topps always throws something weird in there too that they don't really tell you about. So there could be some other stuff.
I mean, I'm hoping the Topps Heritage we get from Topps is a little better than the Heritage boxes that I opened over on Vintage Sport Flips recently. One of which you can see already. Then I went back and rolled the dice a second time. And
was that Heritage? That was Heritage. Okay, I didn't remember that.
Okay,
yeah.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Heritage. It could have been Archives. I'm pretty sure it was Heritage. Yeah.
I like. I wish Heritage would. I mean, Heritage has, I think, a huge list, right? So I think, and they don't. It's kind of a lower end product. It's like $100, and there's no like jumbos or bigger versions of that. I actually like the look of the cards, especially on some of the autos. I think they're very cool looking. But they just, and I guess it's not too bad because you can buy them relatively cheap on the market too. But I wish they had kind of some better product, higher end product that you could buy that was heritage based.
Yeah. I wish maybe NFL used to do that kind of stuff, but they should do that. Maybe they will now that they have the license.
Yeah.
They'll do some like throwback styles because I don't think they've done that in a while that I've seen.
Yeah,
They didn't have
probably.
the
No,
license.
they're going to shove as much out as they can. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they've already shown that. I mean, they're throwing. I mean, they've had baseball for a long time, obviously, but they're throwing a lot of Tops basketball out there too now. So
You know what? One of my favorite things that Topps did. I don't think I think they only did this one time, and I don't know what product this was in, but you ever see the Topps T206 buyback cards?
I don't know if I've like seen them in person or actually seen them. I know I want to say you've told me about them before, but I don't think I've ever actually seen them.
Yeah, so they would be like inserts. They actually bought back, and actually a buddy of mine sold. Maybe not a buddy. I wouldn't say a buddy. An acquaintance of mine
Acquaintance, okay.
sold like several hundred T206 to Topps years ago. They were just buying up T206, and they were inserting. You'll see them in like a little.
Okay.
me
So they're
pull it up.
actually legitimate T206 cards that they were
Oh,
putting.
yeah, legitimate
Okay.
T206. Let me. I'll
That's
show
funny.
one on the screen.
That's cool. I didn't know that they were doing that.
They did a while back.
Yeah,
Here's one. Let me pull this up.
that'd be a fun pull. I mean, I will give Topps credit. I mean, they get a lot of. Oh, very cool.
So here's one.
They-
Yeah, so it's in like a sleeve, and it's like
Oh,
encased.
okay. I like it.
Yeah. There's
So, what do they grade though? Do they grade the outside of the card, or do they grade the inside?
that's a good question. Let me go back to that card. I was gonna. So yeah, it must be the outside of the card. They don't factor in the
I'm
inside
sure.
card.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that is interesting. I never thought about that.
Uh,
Here's a little closer look of this. The the card itself in that sleeve, and I think
okay.
I would have been tempted back in the day to pull
Sell
that
all
card
yours.
out of there.
Oh, okay.
Pull it out and just keep keep it its original state. But there is added value to having it in that
Yeah.
in that frame. Yeah, but I wish they would do something like that again, because that's a pretty cool thing that they did.
Yeah, no, and I like I said, I was saying, I think for all that we give Topps a lot of flack for some stuff that they do, but I will say that they're pretty imaginative and some of the stuff, the inserts that they put in, kind of the interesting things that you can see in that, like you can get like World Series tickets in some of these boxes of baseball, and Seinfeld, all this other stuff. You don't really see that as much in Panini, at least from on the stuff that I've ripped.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they did it in the past, but Topps seems to be much more like they throw out kind of different chases than just your standard baseball card. So
I agree.
I
The
kinda
52 tops mantles have an awesome thing that they did with the Top Series 1. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty epic.
yeah,
That has been, anyone see that being pulled yet?
not that I've seen. I mean, I'm hoping. I still have a jumbo box that they need to rip, so I'm hoping that it's just hanging out in there.
It
And,
might be in a hanger. I got a hanger over here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's other stuff too. Like I was saying, like there's other, Seinfeld and that whole Larry David. They have a bunch of kind of people that. I mean, I guess they've done that before in other products, even prior to this, like the Allen and Gittner stuff.
Yeah.
So that they've always kind of incorporated that, but like when you see it in like a mainstream cards, like that's never seen in. When we were originally collecting 87, 88, into the early 90s, there really wasn't that stuff. Certainly not like chasing that type of card.
Yeah, I don't remember anything like that. I'm trying to think the closest. I mean,
And
maybe the first would be the Stadium Club Beam Team cards, which there's a resurgence of value to them. I don't remember
Yeah.
them being as popular then, but that was definitely a chase.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can think of that was at all.
But and
not so
I'm
much.
sure it started prior to this, but I don't know when they started doing that, but maybe they've been doing this for a long time. But certainly that drums up a lot of interest in ripping those stuff, which they printed a whole lot of them, so they needed to sell a whole lot.
I sold a hobby box last month. I had never seen this. It was like might have been like 05 Topps Heritage or Topps Archives, one or the other. But inside the box, there was in addition to your packs, there was a signed authenticated baseball.
Okay.
And it was single signed by Mantle or somebody. I don't know who would have been in each box, but that was a pretty cool thing that it did. Right. So I was tempted to open it. I was a partner on it, so I wasn't going to rip it. But it sold immediately. People must be on the search for that box because it
Huh.
sold within like 30 seconds of listing it.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, Topps was put in jerseys, like you get redemptions for actual game signed jerseys and things
That's cool.
like that as well.
Yeah.
So I think there is that aspect. I mean, you're probably not going to get a baseball in a box anymore, like
No.
that. But there's redemptions and for stuff, and I don't know. Maybe there are even redemptions for baseballs and stuff. I don't know.
There should be. That'd be cool. And they're
Yeah.
not expensive to do. It'd be a pretty cool insert for Topps.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's very cool.
There you have it, guys. So we're dropping a Grail series video, a big update this Tuesday night, 7 p.m. So definitely tune in for that. Daily content over here, whether it's card rips or card news or whatever else we got, something each day. And then these videos come out every Sunday morning, and then we'll have a hobby box a week coming out. So we got a lot on the docket.
Yeah, got some big hobby boxes coming out. We got Pristine, we got Stranger Things, we got what else do I have?
The Jumbo Hobby, you just said.
Jumbo Hobby. We got I still got 6 megas to do too. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of card ripping on there. And yeah, should be a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, very cool. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Oh.
This week in sports.